Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's Sunday afternoon, and I want to talk to you about the two main reasons why your prayers and your meditation go unanswered, or your answer is no. All right. So now, many of you, depending upon your religion, but any religion actually, you believe in prayer or meditation, and you believe that when you do that, you're going to pray, and your troubles are going to go away, or they're going to be answered, or you're going to come out of some type of situation where it's a financial situation, or relationship, or sickness, illness, that you're going to be receive some kind of miracles, healing, or intervention. And so you pray and you pray. But let me ask you a question, though, before, because I know some of you are thinking that prayer works, prayer works. How many times have you prayed for something, you've asked for something, you've meditated on something, but it never comes to pass, or the direct opposite happens? I mean, does that ever happen to you? That's happened to me. Okay. But if that happens, and excuse me, I got a little sinus issue. But if that happens, if that has happened to you, I want you to think about two things. There's two main reasons why those things happen to where the prayer is unanswered or the answer is no. You don't receive that miracle to take you out of your financial situation. You don't get that miracle that heals your body. You don't get that miracle that gets you that job or some other type situation, that husband or that wife comes walking through the door with the glow around their head and a halo. Why is that not happening? Okay, so the first reason is something that you've heard before, and it's kind of common. All right, the first reason is that you are not positive that that's what you want. You are not sure. Now, right there, you just said to yourself that, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I said it. I spoke it into the environment. I spoke it, the power is in the tongue, and I speak it into existence. That's what you just said, right? But if you are able to just speak any and everything into existence, then why aren't you already filthy rich, living on an island, got the best mate in the world, and everything is just a joy to be had? Why not? If every time you speak it into existence, and don't start saying that, well, what's for you is for you, and what God has for you is for you, because if that was the case, then why would you even ask for anything? You would just wait and see what God brings to you. So why does it not work? Because you don't truly believe it, or that's not what you really want. Remember, other times I've explained to you that what's going on in your subconscious mind and what's going on emotionally in your heart are the true things that's going out into the universe, that goes out to God, that is in your true prayer. You see, in the front part of your brain, your conscious, or in the tongue of your mouth, you may say that you want a brand new car, that you're going to get this car that you want, you're going to get this house, right? You're saying these things, or that you're going to meet your husband in 2016. You're going to meet your wife in 2017. You're saying these things from your tongue, and you're thinking these things in your conscious mind, but there's that doubt in the back of your mind, and there's that doubtful feeling in your heart that prevents you from ever getting it. You see, unless all those things are working together, it's never going to happen, right? It's just not going to happen. You got to get those things working in concert. Now, this is why we have rituals. Whether you're burning candles, whether you're burning incense, whether you're praying at the altar, whether you are meditating, no matter what you're doing, all these things are designed for you to strengthen your subconscious and your emotional state. So if you don't have rituals, develop rituals. If you don't have a prayer room or an altar, or if you don't have any of those things, if you don't utilize tangible objects to help you to facilitate the increased belief in your subconscious and in your emotional heart, then those things aren't going to happen. And I know some people just said that I don't need to do those things. I just need to believe. All right, belief is a difficult thing to do. It's not the easiest thing to accomplish. If belief was so easy, then Yeshua wouldn't have said the faith of a mustard seed without doubt would move a mountain. You see, that's just a mustard seed, small, just a little bit. And this was said right after his disciples couldn't heal some people. But just that little bit of faith is so hard to obtain. Then of course you need rituals. Of course you need people around you of greater strength, or who are striving for the same thing. Of course you need to be able to look at things, create your vision boards, create things that constantly keep those images in the back of your mind, constantly makes you feel it. You need to go into meditation and see yourself at the beach, see yourself living the life filled with family, friends, loved ones. See yourself having that job, that career that you always desired. You got to see yourself, visualize. You have to visualize these things. And now I know some people say, well, that's all I need is my attitude. If I get my attitude right, then everything's going to be all right. But no, it doesn't work that way either, because that brings in number two. Number two reason why most of your prayers and your meditations never come true is because you never take actions to make them true. You see, you can pray and meditate all day that the lights are going to be for the lights to stay on. But if you don't actually take the action to go pay the bill, the lights will be turned off. You can pray for a check to just come in, but if you don't go and do any work, if you don't do an investment, if you don't do something to create the check won't happen. Now, mind you, maybe you did something 20 years ago, and then it's just now coming in. That's not the prayer that brought that check. That's the fact that you committed an action 20 years ago, and over time, it finally brought itself to bear. That's what that is. So you have to commit to action. You can pray that you get out of debt, but unless you start controlling your finances and spending less than you make, unless you start investing money into a business, you're not going to increase your finances, or you go to school to get a better job. Unless you do something, commit to some level of action, then the things that you're saying that you want to have, the things you're praying about, the things that are coming out of your mouth that's on the consciousness of your brain, unless you're taking action, those things won't happen. And yes, those are also rituals. Those are also rituals. Okay? You know you want to become a real estate investor, then you got to go to classes, you got to go to networking meetings, you got to start setting up your finances. You have to start taking action towards those things. So until you start taking action, then you won't see the results of the things that come out of your mouth and that's on your conscious mind. And then even if you get them right on your subconscious mind and in your heart, then yes, that vibrational pattern went out, but the results won't come back the way you want them to unless you start taking action towards those things happening. And that's the other aspect. So many people refuse to take action. When was the last seminar you've been to? When was the last class you took? When was the last time that you went to a networking meeting? When was the last time you went out and hung out with people outside of your current crew? When was the last time that you took stock of your finances over the past 3 months and evaluated how you're wasting money and so that you can be debt free? When's the last time you pulled your credit score and challenged things that are incorrect? When was the last time you did anything towards the goal that you claim? You have a vision board on your wall and you may look at it every day, but when are you taking action to achieve that vision board? When is that happening? What steps have you taken? You see, until you take those steps, then nothing will happen. The journey of 1,000 steps starts with the first step, but you still have to take step number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 100, 200, 300, 400, 1,000. You still have to commit to the action of each step. And the more steps you take, the quicker you get there. You see, somebody said yesterday, when you take one step towards God, then he runs towards you. God's waiting on you to get your subconscious mind and your emotional mind together and then take those steps towards that goal that you want to achieve, and then he'll take those steps towards you and run to you, and then you'll think it happened serendipitously. You'll believe that it was a miracle, but it's because you put your greatness and made your greatness non-negotiable and went out there and took the action to make the ritual true in your conscious and subconscious and your heart and in your tongue. So y'all have a great day. My greatness is non-negotiable, and so is yours.